There are moments in life when it feels like nothing is moving, as if the heavens have gone silent. You've prayed, you've hoped, you've done everything you know to do, and yet the breakthrough hasn't come. But hear this, your time is coming. The silence doesn't mean God forgot you. It means He's preparing a greater unveiling than you imagined. Every turnaround begins in the unseen. Before the earth ever shifts, heaven speaks. Before the door opens, alignment takes place in realms your eyes cannot see. You may not notice it yet, but something divine is already rearranging itself on your behalf. God is moving pieces in secret so that when the time is right, everything unfolds with precision. The key is to stay ready. Don't let waiting turn into worry. Readiness is not a state of exhaustion, it's a state of awareness. It means living every day as if your blessing could knock at your door at any moment. It means carrying faith not as a burden, but as your natural posture. The miracle comes to the one who expects it quietly. So many give up just before the shift happens. The darkest hour truly is just before dawn. That's because the moment the pressure feels unbearable, it's often the sign that the old season is breaking apart to make way for the new. God is turning everything around, not slowly, not randomly, but in divine timing. What seemed to be against you will soon testify for you. Remember, delay is not denial. The waiting room is the shaping room. God is not punishing you, He's positioning you. What you thought was lost was never gone. It's simply being prepared for return in a greater form. Your faith, your endurance, your trust, they are not in vain. Stay in gratitude. Speak as though it's already done. Feel as though it's already yours. Because the moment you do, you shift from wishing to knowing, and from knowing to receiving. That's when heaven says, now it's time. Everything you've prayed for, cried for, hoped for, is not behind you. It's ahead of you. The tables are turning. The tide is shifting. God is aligning what seemed impossible. So hold your head high, keep your heart ready, and walk as if it's already done. Your time is coming. Stay ready, because heaven is about to deliver what's been promised to you. What you carry within you determines what unfolds around you. Life has never been a random series of events. It is a mirror reflecting the convictions of your inner world. When you stand in quiet assurance, when you choose to believe in divine timing rather than panic over visible circumstances, you begin to summon the unseen order of things into your reality. There is a rhythm to faith, a harmony between thought and manifestation. And those who understand this walk through life with a calm authority that cannot be shaken. You don't have to chase what's already aligned with you. When your inner state agrees with the truth that your time is coming, that your blessing is inevitable, then the outer world simply bends to that conviction. It may not happen instantly, but make no mistake, it begins the moment you believe. The energy of certainty is creative. It draws opportunities, ideas, people, and timing into perfect alignment. What seems delayed is only taking shape in a higher dimension, waiting for the signal from your belief to descend into form. Most people spend their lives reacting to appearances, measuring God's faithfulness by what they can see. But true assurance doesn't require evidence, it creates evidence. The one who knows within their heart that everything is unfolding in divine order walks through storms as though they were gentle breezes. They speak with peace, they act with purpose, and they rest without fear. This assurance is not arrogance, it is faith in motion. It is the inner knowing that you are part of something larger, that life is not against you, but conspiring for you. You may look around and see no progress. You may feel overlooked, delayed, or forgotten. But assurance whispers, it's already done. It refuses to be moved by time because it knows the eternal realm is not bound by hours or days. Every seed takes time to break open, every vision needs space to grow, and your faith is the soil in which divine promises mature. The waiting is not punishment, it's preparation. Each moment of stillness refines your spirit, teaching you patience, trust, and surrender. Inner assurance is not loud, it's quiet power. It doesn't need to prove or argue, it simply knows. It's the peace that comes when you stop asking, when will it happen? And start saying, it's already happening. When your inner world reaches that level of certainty, heaven responds. Circumstances shift, people are moved, and new paths open. The invisible hand of divine timing begins to orchestrate what seemed impossible. So stop doubting your process. Stop worrying about the how and when. The energy you give to worry delays the unfolding, but the energy you give to faith accelerates it. Keep your mind anchored in gratitude, your heart steady in peace, and your vision fixed on the promise. Life will always echo the truth you hold within. Your time is not approaching. It's already written, already secured, already waiting for your awareness to catch up to its reality. Every great change in life begins in silence. Before you see movement, before the world gives you a sign, there is a sacred stirring that happens in the unseen. The turning point, the very moment when everything begins to align in your favor, does not announce itself with noise or spectacle. It happens quietly, deep within your consciousness. The shift takes place long before evidence appears, long before others can see it. It begins in faith, in the still conviction that something has already turned for you, even if nothing yet looks different. Christ's love Savior was not yet Christ for a long time. Christ looked the other way. So every answered prayer has two stages, the unseen and the seen. The unseen is where belief takes root, where energy begins to rearrange itself according to your inner state. When you dare to hold the feeling of answered prayer before there is any proof, you activate the law of divine alignment. Life listens to the vibration of your conviction, not the volume of your words. The moment you begin to feel that what you desire is already unfolding, you create a turning within the invisible field of possibilities. It is easy to become discouraged when nothing seems to change outwardly. But those who understand the workings of faith know that visible results are always the last stage of creation. Like a seed breaking open beneath the soil, transformation is hidden at first. You cannot see the roots growing or the soil shifting, but it's happening. The energy of life is at work, preparing to emerge into the world of form. If you judge the process too early, you'll mistake silence for stagnation, when in truth, it's preparation. That's why spiritual maturity requires trust in the invisible. You must believe in the unseen hand moving on your behalf. Every time you choose hope over fear, peace over panic, you contribute to that inner turning. What feels like delay is often divine timing, calibrating everything for your good. The universe is never late. It is exact. It takes time for the unseen order to ripple into physical form, and your faith is the bridge that carries it through. When you sense that inner shift, the quiet knowing that something has changed, that is the moment heaven begins to act. It might still look the same outside, but the atmosphere around your life has altered. People may not understand why you smile with no reason, why you rest without fear, but it's because you've felt the invisible turn. You know that the old cycle has ended and a new one has begun even before the first sign appears. So learn to value the invisible moments. They are the birthplace of miracles. The silence after your prayer, the stillness between efforts, the waiting with faith. Those are sacred intervals where divine power is working unseen. Don't rush to see results. Instead, nurture the belief that the shift has already occurred. What you feel in faith today, you will soon see in form tomorrow. Every turning point begins first within your spirit, and once it happens there, the outer world has no choice but to follow. To stay ready in spirit means to live in quiet expectancy, not anxious anticipation. It is the art of being fully prepared in heart without being hurried in mind. Many people confuse readiness with busyness. They believe that if they do more, force more, or chase harder, what they seek will come faster. But spiritual readiness has nothing to do with rushing. It is about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and energy with the flow of divine timing. It is not striving to make things happen. It is allowing things to unfold through you. There is a profound difference between waiting passively and being spiritually ready. Waiting without readiness breeds frustration and doubt, but readiness in spirit carries peace. When you are ready inwardly, you no longer beg for the right opportunity. You become the space where opportunity naturally arrives. Life has a way of delivering blessings to those who have already made room for them in consciousness. When you live in faith, you are signaling to the universe, I am prepared for what I prayed for. Being ready in spirit is about alignment. It's about keeping your mind in harmony with your faith and your emotions anchored in trust. You may not know when the door will open, but you refuse to stand at the door in fear. You prepare your life as though it's already open. This is what separates the ones who manifest from the ones who wait endlessly. Readiness is not about having everything figured out. It's about living as if everything is already working out. When your heart and mind are in alignment with divine timing, things flow toward you rather than away from you. The right people appear at the right moment, ideas come when you need them, and paths unfold without strain. You stop chasing outcomes and start attracting them through calm awareness. The spirit that is ready doesn't panic when things seem delayed. It knows that timing is sacred, that sometimes the blessing is not withheld but being perfected. Staying ready in spirit also means keeping your inner space clear. Doubt, resentment, and fear block the flow of divine timing. Faith, gratitude, and peace keep it open. Readiness is not a checklist, it's a condition of the soul. It's the inner posture that says, whenever it's time, I'm available. It's how you remain in tune with God's rhythm. Even when circumstances try to distract you, you stop measuring time by the clock and start measuring it by alignment. So prepare your heart as if the answer is on its way. Speak like someone who has already received. Walk like one who expects miracles daily. Don't let impatience steal your readiness. Keep your faith sharp, your spirit open, and your heart calm. When you stay ready in spirit, you won't have to run after your blessings. They will recognize you, find you, and fit perfectly into your life. Because divine timing doesn't miss those who are already prepared to receive. There are seasons in life when it feels as though everything has paused. Your prayers echo back in silence, your dreams seem distant, and your hope is tested. In those moments, it's easy to mistake delay for denial, to believe that God has overlooked you or forgotten your desire. But in truth, what appears as waiting is divine preparation. The universe is not withholding your blessing, it is arranging it perfectly so that when it arrives, it doesn't slip through your fingers. Timing is not a barrier, it's protection. You see, God's delays are never random. They are strategic pauses designed to build your strength, refine your faith, and align your character with your calling. Sometimes what you've asked for is already yours in the unseen, but you're not yet in position to carry it. If the door opened too soon, the weight of the blessing might overwhelm you. So God, in His wisdom, holds it back, not to punish, but to prepare. Every delay hides a lesson, every pause conceals growth. It is in the waiting that you become the person capable of holding what you've prayed for. Think of a seed planted in the ground. For days it looks as if nothing is happening, but beneath the soil there's movement. Roots are spreading, structure is forming, and strength is developing. If you dig up the seed too early, you interrupt the process. The same is true for your dreams. When nothing seems to be happening, something is happening beneath the surface. The unseen work of preparation must complete its course before the visible manifestation can appear. When you shift your perspective from frustration to faith, the waiting becomes sacred. You stop asking, "Why is it happening yet?" and start saying, "Thank you for preparing me." That simple change transforms delay into destiny. Because the truth is, God is never late. What looks like a delay from your human view is perfect alignment from His. He knows when the people you need to meet will be ready, when the environment will be favorable, and when your heart will be steady enough to receive without fear. If you're in a season of waiting, don't lose heart. This is not denial, it's divine choreography. The time you spend in stillness is not wasted. It's shaping you into someone wiser, stronger, and more grounded in faith. The blessing that endures is never rushed. It's carefully built upon a foundation of patience and trust. So rather than fighting the wait, lean into it. Use this time to grow, to align, to strengthen your vision. Rest in the knowing that God's silence does not mean absence, it means strategy. When everything finally comes together, you'll see why it had taken the time it did. You'll realize that the delay was never working against you, it was working for you. And when the moment comes, you won't just receive the blessing, you'll be ready to sustain it, honor it, and multiply it. Because what God prepares in delay, He establishes forever. There is a sacred law that governs every transformation in life, the law of inner reversal. It is the moment when your perception shifts from longing to possessing, from asking to knowing, from waiting to receiving. The instant you stop questioning when it will happen and begin to live in the awareness that it's already happening, everything around you begins to change. The universe, which always reflects the state of your consciousness, mirrors that inner certainty and reorganizes itself to match the truth you've accepted within. Most people live in the energy of someday. They see their dreams as distant possibilities rather than present realities. But creation does not respond to someday. It responds to now. The outer world is a reflection of the inner conviction. When you declare it's already happening, you activate a new vibration within yourself. That feeling of fulfillment, before there is any evidence, is not imagination. It is creation in motion. The unseen responds instantly, even if the visible takes time to catch up. The law of inner reversal teaches us that the turning begins within the heart before it can be witnessed in the world. You don't wait for proof to believe, you believe to produce proof. Every change begins the moment you reverse your stance, from needing to knowing, from hoping to having. When you move from lack to fulfillment in consciousness, you draw into your life the experiences that correspond to that new state of being. It's not magic, it's divine order. This inner reversal requires courage. It means refusing to be swayed by appearances and choosing instead to trust the unseen. It's looking at circumstances that contradict your desire and still affirming it's already mine. It's maintaining peace in the presence of chaos, because your spirit knows that what you've envisioned is already unfolding in ways beyond your sight. When you feel it real, when you can touch it in thought, taste it in imagination, and rest in its certainty, creation has no choice but to materialize it. The key is consistency. You cannot declare faith one day and return to doubt the next. The inner reversal is maintained through constant awareness, through gratitude and peace that prove your belief. You train your mind to stay in the vibration of completion, not absence. You wake up each morning and live as if the promise is already kept. It is not pretending, it is aligning with truth. The universe mirrors not what you say, but what you feel. When you feel fulfilled, doors open. When you feel abundant, opportunities flow. When you feel loved, connection appears. The turning point in every journey happens the moment you stop striving and start embodying. That's when heaven recognizes your readiness. So stop asking when your time will come and start declaring that it already has. Begin to walk in the consciousness of done. See yourself not as someone waiting for change, but as someone living within it. That shift from longing to living is the law of inner reversal, and once it happens within you, the entire universe begins to turn in your favor. True gratitude begins not after the blessing arrives, but before it is visible. It is easy to give thanks when everything has fallen into place, when the answer has appeared and the prayer has manifested. But the deepest form of gratitude, the kind that transforms reality, is born in the unseen. It is the thanksgiving that arises while the field still looks empty, the kind that whispers, "Thank you," even when there is no sign of the harvest. It is the language of faith, the vibration that moves heaven and earth. When you give thanks before the evidence, you are declaring that what you've asked for already exists in the invisible realm. You are acknowledging that the divine has already said yes, even if time has not yet revealed it. Gratitude becomes your agreement with the unseen promise. It tells the universe, "I trust you. I believe it's already done." And because energy responds to belief, that gratitude begins to draw the unseen into form. What was once a spiritual certainty begins to materialize in the physical world. Gratitude is magnetic. It attracts more of what it appreciates. When you dwell in the energy of lack, complaining, doubting, or waiting with frustration, you block the flow of divine favor. But when you choose gratitude, even in moments of uncertainty, you open the gates of abundance. You align yourself with the frequency of completion rather than need. Gratitude doesn't beg, it receives. It doesn't look for proof. It celebrates the unseen reality as if it were already visible. This kind of thankfulness requires depth of spirit. It means you have to train your mind to see beyond appearances, to trust that what is for you cannot be lost. Every act of gratitude, spoken or silent, reshapes your vibration. It softens fear, dissolves worry, and creates room for miracles. When you thank God in advance, you are no longer asking, you are acknowledging. You're saying, I know you've already worked it out. I know the way is already made. Those who live in gratitude before evidence walk differently. They move with peace while others panic. They rest while others strive, because they understand that gratitude is not a reaction, it's a revelation. It reveals that you've already received within, even if the world has not yet caught up. And once your inner world aligns with that awareness, your outer world has no choice but to follow. Think of gratitude as the soil that nourishes your faith. The more you water it with thanksgiving, the faster your manifestation grows. Each thank you is a signal to the divine that you are ready to receive. Even the smallest expression of gratitude shifts your energy from waiting to welcoming. So do not wait for the evidence to appear before you give thanks. Thank God now for what you see and for what you don't. Thank Him for the unseen blessings already on their way. Gratitude turns your waiting into receiving, your hope into fulfillment, your faith into sight. When you live with thanksgiving before manifestation, you magnetize the divine reversal you've been praying for. Every delay, every silence, every unseen moment has been part of a greater divine design. Your time is not slipping away, it's unfolding in perfect order. The turning point you've been waiting for has already begun in the unseen. Everything that once seemed against you is being realigned for your good. All that's required now is your readiness, your trust, and your gratitude. Stay steady in spirit, keep your faith alive, even when the evidence has yet to appear. Life moves according to the strength of your inner conviction. When you hold firm to the truth that your time is coming, that God is arranging everything with purpose, you become unstoppable. What is meant for you cannot miss you, and what you've prayed for is already on its way. So lift your head, walk in quiet confidence, and live as if it's already done, because in the eyes of the divine, it is. Your time is coming, your season of reversal is here, everything is turning in your favor. Believe it, feel it, and receive it. Thank you for listening, and remember, stay ready, because heaven is already working on your behalf. My friend, you may look around and think nothing is changing. You may wonder why things seem still, why doors appear shut, why silence lingers longer than your prayer. But I want you to know, everything is shifting. The unseen world is at work right now, making room for what belongs to you. You are not forgotten. You are being positioned. The movement of life is not always visible to the human eye. Mountains are being rearranged in realms unseen. People are being placed. Situations are being molded, not against you, but for you. What looks like loss is simply the divine hand clearing the stage for your blessing to appear. When God moves, it often looks like disruption. It looks like delay. It looks like disappointment. But beneath that surface, there is divine precision. Every closed door, every no, every silence, is simply the shifting of the universe saying, "Not here, not yet. I'm making room for something greater." You see, your blessing already exists. It is not being created, it is being revealed. And faith is the bridge that connects the unseen with the seen. Faith is not asking, "When will it come?" Faith is standing still and saying, "It's already mine." When you dwell in that inner knowing, when you live as though the promise is already fulfilled, everything begins to bend toward your conviction. Circumstances obey faith. People respond to unseen instruction. Situations rearrange themselves to honor what your spirit has already accepted. So don't be discouraged by what seems motionless. The silence is sacred. The waiting is divine. The shift is happening beneath the surface. The same God who spoke galaxies into being has already whispered your name into the flow of destiny. Nothing can stop what has been spoken in your favor. Right now, the tables are turning and favor is finding its way to you. What was once withheld will be released. What looked impossible will be made easy. What felt delayed will arrive right on time. Hold your peace. Keep your faith. Remain grateful even before it comes, because gratitude is the language that tells heaven you're ready. Everything is shifting to make room for your blessing. The storm is not punishment, it is preparation. The change is not chaos, it is divine choreography. God is in your favor. You are not being broken, you are being built. You are not being rejected, you are being redirected. You are not being delayed, you are being divinely timed. And when it all unfolds, you will look back and say, it was all shifting. Every moment, every silence, every tear, to make room for what was already mine. So stand still, breathe deep, and know everything is shifting, and it's shifting in your favor. Even when it looks like nothing is happening, the invisible realm is reorganizing itself in your favor. What a truth this is! One that escapes the natural eye but is deeply felt by the spirit. So many times we measure progress by what we can see. We look for visible movement, signs or evidence that something is changing. Yet the greatest transformations occur in silence, behind the curtain of the visible world. Just because your outer life seems still does not mean that nothing is moving. In fact, that stillness often means that the deeper work, the spiritual rearrangement, is taking place in ways you cannot yet perceive. Imagine a seed buried in the soil. On the surface, there is nothing but dirt. Days may pass, even weeks, and to the casual observer, it seems though nothing is happening. But beneath that soil, in complete darkness, life is forming. Roots are spreading, strength is being built, and what will soon rise above the surface is being prepared in secret. That's how God moves. Not always with noise and flashes, but quietly, strategically, with divine precision. When life feels stagnant, that is when faith must rise. Faith whispers, something is shifting, even if I can't see it. Faith knows that the unseen realm is more real than what the eyes perceive. The unseen is where all things begin. Every breakthrough, every opportunity, every miracle. Before it arrives in your visible world, it first takes form in the invisible. Your desires, your prayers, your visions, they are not ignored. They are being organized into manifestation. The invisible realm is like a divine network, people, events, and circumstances being rearranged in perfect timing. Someone you've never met is being positioned to bless you. A door you haven't seen yet is being unlocked. A situation that seemed closed off is being rewritten by unseen hands. While you wait, heaven works. While you rest in trust, the universe aligns. You may not understand the delay, the redirection, or the silence, but you must trust that nothing is wasted. Every seeming setback is part of a grander design. What looks like emptiness is often just the preparation for fullness. When something is taken from you, something greater is being made ready. When you lose what you thought you needed, you are being positioned for what you truly deserve. The invisible rearrangement is not random, it is intelligent, divine, purposeful. So don't lose heart when you see no movement. Don't mistake silence for abandonment. The stillness is sacred. It's the space where God rearranges the unseen pieces of your life so that everything comes together in divine order. The very things you thought were falling apart are in truth falling into place. Hold on to your faith, for even now the invisible realm is working in your favor. The stage is being set, the players are being moved, the timing is being perfected. What belongs to you is being prepared. You may not see it yet, but it's already on its way, because the unseen always moves first. Faith is not asking, it's assuming that the blessing already exists and resting in its reality. Most people approach faith as a request, a reaching out for something far away, hoping that one day it might appear. But true faith doesn't beg, it believes. It doesn't chase after the blessing, it stands still in the confidence that the blessing is already established. Faith is not striving, it is aligning. It is the inner state of harmony with what is already yours in the unseen realm. When you truly understand faith, you stop trying to convince God to move. You realize He already has. Everything you could ever desire, peace, love, abundance, healing, success, already exists in spiritual form. Faith is the key that opens the door between the unseen and the seen. It is the acceptance of what already is, not the hope that something might be. The moment you align your inner world with that truth, life begins to reflect it. To live in faith is to live as though the promise has already been fulfilled. You walk differently, you speak differently, you think differently, because you know you are not waiting, you are receiving. You are not seeking, you are embodying. This is why many people pray and still feel empty. They ask but never assume. They speak words of desire but carry hearts of doubt. Faith, however, closes the gap between desire and possession. It says it is done, even when the senses deny it. Alignment means matching your inner vibration with the frequency of your answered prayer. If you desire abundance, you cannot live in the energy of lack. If you seek love, you cannot dwell in the emotion of fear. The outer world is but a mirror of your inner assumption. When you inwardly assume that the blessing is already yours, life rearranges itself to make that assumption visible. Resting in faith doesn't mean inaction. It means inner assurance. You move forward not with anxiety, but with quiet confidence. You no longer ask, when will it come? Because you know it already exists, and it's only a matter of divine timing before it appears in your experience. You no longer beg for signs, because the greatest sign is the peace within you. Faith is alignment with divine certainty. It is standing in the middle of uncertainty, yet feeling grounded in assurance. It is saying, I already have it, and refusing to be moved by appearances. This is the secret. When you rest in that truth, the outer world must yield. The invisible becomes visible. Every great manifestation begins with this inward rest, the calm knowing that all is already arranged. Faith doesn't force, it allows. It doesn't demand, it receives. When you live in alignment with your blessing, you don't wait for the miracle, you become it. Everything you desire flows naturally to the one who already lives, as though it is done. Life bends, people move, doors close, not against you, but to prepare a perfect space for your blessing to arrive. Every shift you experience, every unexpected turn, every departure or ending is not chaos, it is divine choreography. There is an intelligence behind every movement of your life, a sacred order that rearranges circumstances in ways the mind cannot comprehend. What feels like loss is often relocation. What looks like rejection is redirection. The divine shift is not punishment, it's positioning. It's positioning. When things begin to change suddenly, when the familiar starts to fall away, our first instinct is to resist. We ask, why is this happening? Or what did I do wrong? But if you look closer, you'll see that life is not taking something from you. It's making room for what's next. The old must move aside so that the new can enter. Just as a gardener prunes a branch to allow fuller growth, so does God prune your path to make space for greater fruit. The people who walk away, the opportunities that seem to fade, the plans that crumble, they are all part of the shift. The divine removes what no longer aligns with where you're going. It's not rejection, it's release. It's not the end, it's the unfolding. Sometimes we hold on to things that were only meant to serve a season, but life, in its wisdom, knows when to close one door so that a better one can open. You might not see it now, but every closed door has meaning. Every detour is direction in disguise. There are times when God will move things you thought were immovable, just to make sure His blessing finds its rightful place in your life. What seems like a setback is actually a setup, a holy rearrangement in your favor. The divine shift often feels uncomfortable because it challenges your sense of control. It asks you to trust when you cannot trace. It demands surrender, a willingness to let go of the old, to embrace the unseen new. But this surrender is not defeat, it's faith in motion. You are being guided toward alignment, toward a season where what is yours can finally reach you without resistance. You see, blessings need space to land. You can't receive the new if your hands are still clinging to the old. That's why doors close. That's why relationships end. That's why certain dreams fade. It's not because you failed, it's because you've outgrown them. And in that release, God creates a vacuum that only something greater can fill. So when life bends, don't fight it, flow with it. When people move, bless them and let them go. When doors close, thank God for His protection and His timing. The divine shift is not against you. It's proof that heaven is active on your behalf. Everything is realigning, recalibrating, and readjusting to bring you into harmony with your blessing. Trust the movement. The shift is sacred. What's leaving is making space for what's meant for you. The divine is not breaking your life apart, it's rearranging it perfectly so your blessing can arrive right on time. Your inner conviction silently commands all external conditions to align with your belief. The outer world is not the cause of your experiences, it is the reflection of your inner state. Everything you see, everything you attract, everything that unfolds in your life begins first in thought, in feeling, in imagination. The universe responds not to your words, but to the vibration of your conviction. What you hold firmly within, what you truly believe, becomes the silent command that shapes your reality. Most people live as though life is happening to them, not realizing that life is actually happening through them. Every condition in the outer world is the echo of an inner assumption. The thoughts you repeat, the emotions you nurture, the images you entertain in your mind, they all send out an invisible signal, calling forth experiences that match their frequency. This is not magic, nor is it coincidence. It is law, the divine order that mirrors consciousness into form. When you hold a vision with unwavering faith, life begins to reorganize itself around that vision. Doors open, people appear, opportunities emerge, not by chance but by response. The outer world bends to your inner certainty. The person who believes in lack continues to encounter scarcity because that is the reality they are commanding from within. The one who believes in abundance moves through life attracting provision, even when logic says it shouldn't be possible. The difference is not in circumstance, it's in inner conviction. You are always creating, whether consciously or not. Every thought is a seed planted in the garden of the unseen. If your inner landscape is filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, the harvest will reflect the same. But when your inner world is rooted in faith, gratitude, and vision, the harvest will overflow with blessings. What you expect, you invite. What you assume, you attract. To master life is to master your inner vision. You must learn to see beyond appearances, to look at what is invisible and call it real. Even when circumstances seem contrary, hold your inner picture steady. Speak life over it. Feel it as though it's already done. Because when your conviction is unshakable, the outer world must eventually yield to its authority. Reality cannot resist the persistence of belief. This is why inner work is sacred work. The transformation of your world begins in the transformation of your mind. You don't need to fight the outer world, you need only to renew your inner one. Change your perception, and the reflection will change. Believe deeply, and life will respond accordingly. Your inner conviction is your silent prayer, your unspoken decree that moves mountains, rearranges paths, and manifests miracles. When you understand this truth, you stop waiting for the world to change and you start changing within. And as you do, you will witness something extraordinary. Life begins to mirror your belief. The invisible vision in your heart becomes visible before your eyes. For the outer must always obey the inner. What seems like waiting is actually the orchestration of a greater plan unfolding in precision. Delay is not denial, it is design. It is the sacred pause that allows everything to align perfectly before the promise arrives. When we are caught in seasons of waiting, it's easy to believe that nothing is happening, that our prayers have gone unanswered, or that we've been forgotten. But delay is often the sign that divine timing is at work, that what you desire is being prepared in ways beyond your understanding. In the stillness of waiting, things are moving behind the scenes. People are being positioned, opportunities are being shaped, circumstances are being set in perfect order so that when your blessing comes, it fits your life without strain or confusion. If it arrived too soon, you might not be ready to hold it. If it came too late, it might miss its purpose. But in divine timing, everything unfolds in perfect balance. Not a moment early, not a second late. Sometimes the delay is not about the thing you're waiting for. It's about who you are becoming while you wait. Waiting refines you. It strengthens your faith. It quiets the noise of impatience so that you learn to trust without seeing. It teaches you to believe not because circumstances say yes, but because your spirit knows it's already done. In this way, waiting is not wasted time. It is preparation time. The caterpillar doesn't curse the cocoon. Though it looks like confinement, that still space is where transformation happens. So it is with you. The season that feels like delay is the cocoon of your becoming. While nothing seems to move outwardly, the inner structure of your faith is being rebuilt. Your patience, your vision, your gratitude, all are being strengthened so you can handle what's coming. Divine timing is precise. It is like a grand orchestra where every instrument enters at the exact moment to create harmony. One note too early or too late would disrupt the beauty of the song. In the same way, your life is being conducted with precision. You may not hear every note, but the conductor knows the rhythm. What feels like pause is simply a rest in the music, a moment before the melody rises again. Trust this timing. Do not rush what heaven is perfecting. The doors you thought were closed may only be locked because the right key hasn't been shaped yet. The people meant to walk with you may still be finding their path. The opportunity designed for you may still be under construction. One day you'll look back and see that every delay was divine. You'll understand why it couldn't happen any other way. You'll see that the waiting wasn't empty. It was alignment. The plan was never off track. It was unfolding with sacred precision. So rest, trust, and be still, for what is yours is not lost, only timed perfectly for your arrival. Gratitude in the unseen realm is the signal that you already possess what you desire. That's when heaven moves on your behalf. Gratitude is more than polite words or surface appreciation. It is a spiritual frequency, a divine language that communicates faith without speaking. When you are truly grateful before manifestation, you declare to the universe, I already have it. Gratitude is the sound of belief. It tells the unseen that you are no longer waiting, no longer questioning, no longer seeking. You are receiving. Most people are grateful only after something arrives. They see the evidence and then give thanks. But true gratitude, the kind that moves heaven, happens before the evidence appears. It is born in trust, not in proof. When you can thank God while the situation still looks impossible, when you can smile even when the answer hasn't shown up yet, that is when your faith is strongest. Because gratitude before manifestation means you have shifted from asking to aligning, from hoping to knowing. In the unseen realm, gratitude acts like a magnet. It draws to you the very thing you're thankful for. When you say, thank you for my healing, even while pain still exists, you are affirming that the healing already belongs to you. When you say, thank you for my abundance, even when your resources seem scarce, you are declaring that abundance is your natural state. Heaven hears that vibration and moves to match it. The spiritual law is clear. What you appreciate expands. and what you complain about contracts. Gratitude opens doors that effort alone could never unlock. Gratitude also changes your inner atmosphere. It dissolves fear, quiets worry, and replaces doubt with peace. A grateful heart cannot coexist with lack because gratitude is an acknowledgement of sufficiency, that all is well even before all is visible. It transforms your focus from what is missing to what is present, from absence to abundance. In doing so, you raise your vibration to the frequency of fulfillment where everything you seek already exists. When you give thanks in advance, you are telling the divine, I trust your timing, your wisdom, and your process. You surrender the need to control and rest in the knowing that all things are working for your good. Gratitude turns waiting into worship and uncertainty into certainty. It takes your attention off what hasn't come and centers it on the truth that it's already done in the unseen. Heaven responds to this energy instantly. When you live in continual thanksgiving, you align yourself with the flow of divine favor. Miracles begin to unfold naturally because your heart is tuned to the rhythm of completion. You stop chasing blessings and start attracting them, not through effort, but through the effortless power of appreciation. So, don't wait to see it before you give thanks. Give thanks to see it. Gratitude is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, between promise and fulfillment. When you live with a grateful heart, heaven cannot stay still. It must move on your behalf. Everything you've walked through, every delay, every shift, every silent season has not been for nothing. It has all been divine preparation. The unseen has been working, faith has been aligning, life has been bending, and heaven has been arranging everything perfectly for your blessing to appear. You are standing on the edge of manifestation, closer than you've ever been. What once seemed uncertain is now unfolding in your favor. The old is fading because the new is ready to emerge. Hold your faith steady. Keep your vision alive. Continue to walk with quiet confidence, knowing that nothing can stop what God has already written for you. The blessing is not coming, it's arriving. Everything is shifted, everything has aligned, and everything has conspired for your good. This is your moment. Receive it with gratitude, peace, and expectation. Thank you. Thank you for listening. May this message remind you that even when you cannot see it, God is working in your favor. Everything is shifting to make room for your blessing, and what's meant for you will never miss you. Stay faithful, stay grateful, and remember, your miracle is already in motion. Right now, this very moment, something sacred is unfolding on your behalf. Though your eyes may see silence, your heart must know movement. The universe is not still, it is orchestrating a masterpiece that carries your name. Every encounter, every pause, every closed door is part of a divine rhythm, aligning you with what you have imagined. When life appears still, that is not the absence of progress, it is divine preparation. The unseen hand is arranging people, places, and events in perfect sequence. While you wonder why things are delayed, heaven is ensuring that what comes is not partial, but complete. Nothing is denied to you, only deferred until it can arrive in fullness. You may not realize it, but even now, what you prayed for is being positioned. The promotion, the opportunity, the healing, the restoration, it is being placed into perfect alignment. You are not being tested, you are being timed. God's order never misses the mark. Every turn, every setback, every waiting season is leading you toward your appointed moment. Your role is not to worry about how or when. Your role is to remain in the state of fulfillment, to live, speak, and think as if the answer has already come. Because the moment you feel it real within, the universe has no choice but to express it without. Reality bends to the certainty of your inner conviction. When it seems like life is quiet, remember, silence is the sound of divine strategy. When it seems like nothing is working, that's when everything is working beneath the surface. The roots grow before the flower appears. The foundation forms before the house stands tall. The invisible precedes the visible. So today, release your need to control the timeline. Trust that right now, not tomorrow, not next week, but now, God is lining up everything in your favor. People you haven't met yet are being guided toward you. Doors that once resisted you are being unlocked. Paths that seemed closed are being cleared. All things are working together for your good, even those that once seemed against you. You are being moved by unseen currents toward the fulfillment of your destiny. Stay faithful in this moment, because this moment is sacred. The universe has not forgotten you. The divine order has not missed you. The promise is not lost. It is being aligned. And when it arrives, you will look back and realize every detour was direction, every delay was design, and every trial was transportation to your blessing. Right now, God is aligning it all. Rest in that truth. Stand firm in faith, and soon what was once unseen will stand before you in undeniable form. What looks like coincidence is never coincidence at all. There is an invisible alignment working beneath the surface of your life, arranging moments, people, and opportunities in divine precision. What you call chance is often the language of the unseen, whispering that everything is happening exactly as it should. The human mind sees fragments, the single pieces of a vast mosaic, but the divine vision holds the full picture. You may see randomness, but heaven sees orchestration. Every delay, every closed door, every unexpected meeting is a brushstroke on the canvas of your destiny. Often the greatest frustration comes from not being able to see how the pieces fit together. You wonder why something didn't work out, why someone left, why you faced detours that made no sense. But from a higher perspective, nothing was wasted. The people who exited your life cleared space for the right ones to enter. The opportunities that slipped away protected you from paths not meant for your purpose. The detours were not distractions, they were divine direction, disguised as delay. There is an order to the chaos, a rhythm in what feels like stillness. While your outer world appears uncertain, the inner world, the realm of spirit, is perfectly synchronized. What seems like waiting is often alignment. The right conditions are being set, the right timing is being prepared. Just as stars move in quiet harmony across the heavens, unseen forces are guiding the events of your life into perfect position. Think of the way seeds grow in darkness. The soil conceals them, but that concealment is not abandonment, it is protection. Beneath the surface, life is taking root. The invisible work is the most essential work. Likewise, the answers you seek, the manifestations you desire, are taking shape in the unseen. The universe does not rush, it unfolds in divine order. When the conditions are right, what was hidden becomes visible. But it is the invisible phase that ensures lasting fruit. When you align your thoughts and emotions with faith instead of fear, you begin to harmonize with that divine precision. You stop fighting the process and start flowing with it. You understand that every so-called obstacle has a hidden instruction. Every delay carries a secret design. The divine plan does not reveal itself to anxious minds, but to trusting hearts. So when life seems uncertain, remind yourself that you are not walking through randomness, you are walking through alignment. The hand of God is quietly weaving together what your senses cannot yet comprehend. Every step, even the ones that feel wrong, are leading you to what is right. Trust the unseen movements. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that what you need is being drawn to you at this very moment. The invisible alignment is real. It may not be visible to your eyes, but it can be felt by your spirit. It is the assurance that no part of your story is accidental. Everything is happening with purpose, precision, and divine timing. Faith is the silent bridge that connects what you see with what you are meant to see. It stands between the known and the unknown, the visible and the invisible, the promise and its fulfillment. When you walk by faith, you step into the unseen order that governs all things. You begin to realize that what appears chaotic is not disorder, it is divine choreography waiting to unfold. Faith is not blind optimism, it is inner knowing. It is the quiet conviction that something greater is at work, even when nothing visible supports your belief. The unseen order is always present, even when circumstances seem uncertain. What looks like delay or disappointment is often a rearrangement in your favor. Life operates on a frequency far deeper than appearances. The material world is only the echo of what has already been decided in the spiritual realm. Faith tunes you into that higher frequency. It allows you to live in the reality of the promise before it manifests, to feel the completion before it is seen, and to trust that what is meant for you cannot be lost. Every great manifestation begins with invisible faith. Before the harvest, there is a seed. Before the evidence, there is belief. When you hold faith, you are holding the blueprint of creation itself. The outer world bends to the strength of your inner conviction. Faith does not demand proof, it produces it. It is the assurance that the unseen is more powerful than the seen, that what has been decreed in spirit must find its expression in form. Trust is not passive, it is active surrender. It means releasing the urge to control outcomes and allowing divine timing to perform its perfect work. The mind often demands logic and sequence, but faith requires a higher form of intelligence, the intelligence of the heart. It whispers, "Even when I cannot see the way, I know the way is being made." That kind of trust transforms fear into peace, confusion into clarity, and waiting into worship. The unseen order is like the foundation of a great building, hidden yet essential. You cannot see it, but it holds everything steady. In the same way, when your trust is rooted in the divine order, your life stands unshaken, no matter the external storms. Even when things seem to fall apart, faith reminds you that they are only falling into place. When you live from this consciousness, you stop asking when and start affirming now. You no longer seek signs to confirm what you already know within. You understand that reality always aligns itself with the vibration of your belief. Faith is the bridge between desire and manifestation, between what is and what shall be. So stand on that bridge with confidence. The unseen order has already prepared the way. Every moment of uncertainty is an invitation to trust deeper. What you believe in your heart is already established in eternity. And in divine timing, the unseen will become undeniable. Every delay carries a hidden blessing. What feels like postponement is often divine preparation working quietly behind the scenes. When things don't happen according to your schedule, it's not because you are forgotten, it's because something greater is being aligned for your highest good. Delay is not denial, it is design. It is the space in which life arranges the conditions necessary for your blessing to arrive in fullness. You are not waiting for nothing, you are being prepared for something. The human tendency is to measure progress by visible results. When doors don't open or prayers seem unanswered, impatience rises and doubt whispers that nothing is happening. But in truth, the delay is not wasted time, it's sacred time. It is the period where roots grow deeper before the tree can rise taller. You may not see movement, but in the unseen, divine order is setting the stage, refining your character, expanding your faith, and aligning every detail to ensure that when the moment comes, you are fully ready to receive it. If blessings came too soon, they would not last. Premature arrival can destroy what was meant to elevate you. The delay protects you from what you are not yet equipped to handle and shapes you into the version of yourself capable of carrying what you've prayed for. It is like a sculptor chiseling stone. Each moment of waiting removes what no longer serves you and reveals more of your true form. The pressure you feel during this time is not punishment, it is transformation. Consider how nature unfolds. A caterpillar must remain in the cocoon until the process is complete. Forcing its emergence too early would prevent it from flying. The same is true for you. Your cocoon season, those moments of stillness, isolation, or apparent stagnation, are sacred spaces where strength and wisdom are built. In delay, God fortifies you for destiny. The waiting refines your focus, purifies your desires, and strengthens your faith. What you see as postponement is divine positioning. The right people are being moved into place. The right opportunities are being shaped to fit your purpose. The path is being cleared of obstacles that could have hindered you. Even rejection serves you. It redirects you towards something higher. Every closed door is a compass pointing you toward the right one. What you think is late is actually on time, for divine timing never rushes and never lags. So instead of resisting delay, learn to rest within it. Trust that this season is not empty but full of unseen activity. Keep preparing as though the promise is already on its way, because it is. When your readiness meets divine timing, manifestation becomes effortless. The delay is not a pause in your story. It is a powerful chapter of preparation. What is coming is greater than what was lost. When the waiting ends, you will understand why it took time. The alignment will be perfect, the timing flawless, and the fulfillment beyond what you imagined. Every delay was preparation for the life you were born to live. The outer world is nothing more than a mirror reflecting the inner conviction of your imagination. Every event, every relationship, every opportunity you encounter is an outpicturing of what you have held within yourself. consciously or unconsciously. Life does not respond to what you merely want. It responds to what you believe. The invisible substance of your inner certainty takes form and shape in the visible world. When you understand this, you stop trying to change the outer picture and start transforming the inner cause. Your imagination is not fantasy, it is creation in its purest form. When you imagine something vividly, feeling it is real, you impress it upon the deeper layers of your consciousness. That impression becomes the pattern from which life molds your experience. The stronger your conviction, the faster the reflection appears. Doubt delays it, but certainty commands it. This is why two people can live in the same world, yet experience entirely different realities. Each lives within the world of their own belief. Everything begins within. A confident mind generates confident circumstances. A fearful heart produces fearful situations. When you hold firm to the inner picture of what you desire, when you refuse to waver despite appearances, you create a magnetic field that draws matching experiences toward you. Your faith becomes the mold through which life pours its expression. You are never at the mercy of conditions. You are the author of them through your inner state. The mistake many make is to look outward for confirmation before believing inwardly. But the law of manifestation is reversed. Outer evidence follows inner conviction, never the other way around. When you look for signs before believing, you are still in doubt, and doubt creates delay. The moment you decide that it is done within, the process begins without. You cannot see the seed sprouting beneath the soil, but that does not mean nothing is happening. The invisible stage always precedes the visible. To cultivate inner certainty, live as though the wish has already been fulfilled. Speak from it, think from it, and feel from it. Let the sensation of completion become more real to you than the absence of it. The more natural that feeling becomes, the more inevitable its outer expression will be. The world must mirror the image you hold consistently within. When fear or doubt tries to intrude, return to your inner vision. Remind yourself that imagination is creation and that conviction is command. Reality must obey the certainty of your inner state. There is no force outside you shaping your life without your consent. You are always the origin of what you experience. So guard your inner world with reverence. See only what you desire to see. Believe only in outcomes that uplift your spirit, and feel only the truth of fulfillment. The moment your inner conviction becomes unshakable, the outer world rearranges itself to match it. Inner certainty is the silent architect of miracles. What you know to be true within will inevitably show itself without. Divine timing is the invisible clock that governs the unfolding of your destiny. It does not operate according to human schedules or deadlines, but follows a rhythm of perfect precision. The hand of God is never late, only exact. Every event, every encounter, every season of your life arrives at the moment it is meant to. Though you may grow impatient or anxious, believing that time is slipping away, the truth is that divine order never misses its mark. What is meant for you cannot be early, cannot be delayed. It can only be right on time. When you look back on your life, you'll notice how moments that once seemed random or inconvenient later reveal themselves as vital threads in a perfect design. You may not have understood why certain things took longer than you hoped, or why others ended too soon, but every shift, every detour, every pause was timed with divine precision. What you call waiting, heaven calls preparation. What you call delay, the divine calls alignment. The universe is not careless with your destiny. Every prayer, every dream, every desire has an appointed hour. It unfolds when the inner state matches the outer condition, when your readiness meets divine orchestration. If you receive too soon, you might mishandle the blessing. If it comes too late, your faith may fade. That is why the timing of God is exact. It arrives at the intersection of purpose and preparation. The delay is never punishment, it is perfection being arranged. Faith means resting in that certainty. To trust divine timing is to stop measuring progress by the clock and start trusting the current that carries you. The seed does not rush to bloom. The river does not hurry to the sea. Both move in the rhythm of their design. In the same way, your destiny unfolds in its season. You are not behind, you are being refined. Every season has its sacred purpose. The waiting seasons build patience. The quiet seasons build strength. And the fulfilling seasons bring harvest. When you live in harmony with divine timing, anxiety loses its power. You stop forcing outcomes and start allowing grace to work. You begin to see that everything comes at the moment it will serve you most. The unanswered prayer, the postponed dream, the closed door, all of them are acts of divine accuracy, not neglect. The timing of God never falters. So instead of asking, when will it happen, ask, how can I stay aligned until it does? Continue preparing, continue believing, and continue walking in peace. Trust that even the pauses are purposeful. Life's most beautiful blessings often arrive quietly, without announcement, yet right on schedule. The hand of God never moves early, never moves late. It moves in exact harmony with what is best for you. When it happens, it will happen swiftly, seamlessly, and perfectly. And you will look back and say with awe, it could not have happened any other way, nor at any other time. Divine timing never misses. The moment you decide to believe, the shift begins. What you seek is not waiting to be created. It already exists in the unseen realm, moving toward you in perfect order. Every sincere intention, every vision held in faith, sets invisible forces in motion. The universe responds not to your words, but to your conviction. Once belief takes root in your heart, the current of creation begins to rearrange circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring your desire into form. You may not see it yet, but the shift is already happening. When you plant a seed in the soil, you do not stand over it demanding to see roots. You trust that life is unfolding beneath the surface, hidden but active. The same law applies to your manifestations. The unseen world moves first. What you imagine and feel as real initiates a spiritual cause that must eventually find expression in the physical world. The delay between belief and appearance is not inaction, it's alignment. The outer world must reorganize itself to match the vibration of your inner conviction. The shift begins within you. The moment you stop asking when and start affirming now, energy begins to move in your favor. When you stop doubting and start knowing, life starts bending to your belief. It's not about forcing change, but about allowing it. The universe operates through harmony, and belief is the highest frequency of alignment. Your faith acts like a magnet, drawing to you all that matches its signal. The stronger your belief, the faster the manifestation takes shape. Many people assume nothing is happening because they can't yet see results. But faith understands that the invisible precedes the visible. The shift is quiet at first, subtle coincidences, inner nudges, unexpected opportunities. These are the ripples of your belief becoming visible. You don't have to chase them, they find you. The shift is already in motion because creation responds instantly to focused awareness. The shift is already in motion because creation responds instantly to focused awareness. Every time you affirm your vision, you give energy to the process. Every time you act in faith instead of fear, you accelerate the arrival of what you desire. The shift does not depend on time, it depends on belief. Time only measures the unfolding of what belief has already created. That's why things often appear to happen suddenly. They were moving toward you all along until one day the unseen became seen. Right now, even as you read these words, the current of life is flowing in your favor. What you have prayed for is being positioned. What you have imagined is being formed. The shift is not coming, it's here. Your task is not to question it, but to stay aligned with it, to live as though it's already done. Believe with calm assurance that your desire is on its way, because it is. The unseen has already begun to move. The doors are already unlocking, the connections already aligning, the paths already clearing. What you seek is seeking you, and your belief has already set its arrival in motion. Everything you have heard leads to one profound truth. Your life is not governed by chance, but by divine order. What seems delayed, uncertain, or invisible is, in reality, the unfolding of a perfect plan working in your favor. The unseen alignment is always at work. Faith bridges the gap between your desire and its fulfillment. Delay is never denied. It is sacred preparation. Your inner conviction creates the outer reflection, and divine timing never misses its mark. Even now, the shift is already in motion. You are not waiting for life to happen. Life is waiting for your belief to solidify. When you trust the process, when you rest in faith, and when you hold your inner vision with unwavering certainty, everything begins to move toward you with divine precision. What you desire is not far away. It's being orchestrated for your highest good. So stand firm in peace. Let your heart be still and your faith be strong. Know that right now, God is lining up everything in your favor. The unseen is becoming seen. The impossible is becoming inevitable. And your faith is calling forth the life that has always been yours. Thank you for listening, and may this truth awaken the power within you to trust the timing, believe in the unseen, and walk with quiet confidence that your miracle is already on its way. There comes a moment when the unseen hand of God begins to rearrange everything on your behalf. You may not notice it at first, the silence before the shift, the stillness before the reveal, but then, all at once, everything that once seemed against you begins to turn in your favor. This is not random. This is divine timing. The seasons of being overlooked were not punishment, they were preparation. The world may have written you off, but heaven was writing your comeback. You were hidden, not forgotten. The silence was God's strategy to protect the seed before it sprouted. Those who doubted you only saw the surface. They didn't see the foundation being built within you. While they measured your worth by what they could see, God was measuring your readiness by what you believed in secret. You kept the vision alive when there was no proof. You walked by faith when there was no applause. You held the feeling of victory even in the face of contradiction, and that feeling became a decree in the unseen. Understand this: divine favor is not earned, it is recognized. It activates the moment you align your inner world with the truth of who you are. When you declare, "I am favored," you are not hoping, you are remembering. You are reawakening to what heaven already decided about you before the beginning of time. And soon, what has been growing quietly within will burst into visible form. Doors that were shut will open effortlessly. Opportunities will chase you. Connections that seemed impossible will appear out of nowhere. The same voices that whispered doubt will speak your name in admiration. This is the season where God will vindicate you without you having to defend yourself. You won't have to prove your worth. The proof will be your transformation. Every delay will make sense, every rejection will reveal its purpose, and every setback will be seen as part of the divine choreography that led to this moment. The favor coming to your life will not be average, it will be unmistakable. The same people who questioned your faith will witness the evidence of it, and when they see it, they won't just see success, they'll see the fingerprint of God all over your story. So, stay expectant. Stay peaceful. Don't explain your process to those who doubted your promise. The revelation will speak for itself. What's about to happen in your life will make it undeniable that God's favor was always on you, even in the shadows. And when the unveiling comes, remember, it wasn't luck, it wasn't coincidence, it wasn't man's approval. It was the manifestation of divine favor finally catching up to the faith that never gave up. Your season of being questioned is over. Your season of being revealed has begun. And everyone who doubted you is about to see what faith, favor, and divine timing can do. Divine favor does not begin with what happens around you, it begins with what happens within you. Life mirrors the truths you have accepted about yourself. The outer world is simply the canvas upon which your inner convictions are painted. Many people chase blessings, hoping to find favor through effort, appearance, or opportunity, but true favor doesn't come through striving, it comes through awakening. The moment you shift your inner perception of who you are, the universe reorganizes itself to match that awareness. If you see yourself as struggling, you will attract experiences that confirm that identity. If you see yourself as favored, doors begin to open, resources align, and situations move in your favor, often without explanation. Divine favor is not random. It's a reflection of consciousness. It is the natural result of believing deeply and quietly that you are already chosen, already supported, already guided by something greater than yourself. The world responds to that inner knowing like a seed responds to sunlight. It cannot help but grow. Everything begins as an invisible acceptance. Before a dream becomes real, before success manifests, before healing appears, there must first be an internal yes. That yes is your agreement with divine truth. It's the point where your inner conversation changes from "will it happen" to "it is happening." That shift may seem subtle, but it's powerful enough to realign your entire reality. What you inwardly accept as true sets in motion unseen forces that work tirelessly to bring your outer world into harmony with your inner state. When you stop begging for favor and start assuming favor, your energy changes. You no longer look at life as something to conquer, but as something that's already working for you. You begin to walk differently, speak differently, expect differently. You stop trying to earn what you already possess. That is when divine favor becomes magnetic. It starts to seek you out. People who live in this awareness often seem lucky, but luck has nothing to do with it. They are simply aligned. They have tuned their inner frequency to the truth that they are loved, supported, and worthy of good things. This mindset draws circumstances that reflect it. The right people, the right timing, the right opportunities. What was once delayed suddenly arrives. What was once denied becomes available. The shift in consciousness is the key that unlocks what was always yours. When you realize that favor is not outside of you but within you, fear loses its power. You stop looking to others for validation and start looking within for confirmation. You understand that every blessing you desire is already in potential form, waiting for your acceptance. The moment you believe you are favored, life begins to agree. You do not need to strive, compete, or force your way into abundance. You need only awaken to the truth that divine favor is your natural state. It flows through you, not to you. And when you finally embrace that truth, the evidence of it will appear everywhere, not because you chased it, but because you became it. Every season of doubt that surrounded you was never meant to break you. It was designed to prepare you. The moments when others overlooked you, when they questioned your ability, when they dismissed your dreams, were not signs of rejection from heaven. They were signs of divine protection. You were being hidden, not forgotten. Every closed door, every misunderstanding, every delay was part of a higher orchestration meant to shape your inner strength, sharpen your vision, and make your unveiling undeniable. Those who doubted you could only see the surface, but heaven saw the seed. When others judged your potential by what was visible, the divine was cultivating what was invisible. You were being refined in silence while they were speaking loudly. You were being molded in secret so that when your moment came, no one could take credit for your rise. Every underestimation was actually a divine disguise, a way to keep you safe while you grew into your purpose. It's easy to feel discouraged when you're doubted. It's easy to question your calling when people don't see your worth. But remember, diamonds form under pressure and remain hidden until their brilliance is revealed. Likewise, your hidden seasons were sacred. They built a depth in you that only time and faith could create. You learned to depend on the unseen, to walk by faith when applause was absent, to hold your conviction even when validation never came. That kind of strength can't be taught. It can only be lived. Those who dismissed you were unknowingly confirming your anointing. Every time someone underestimated you, it proved that what was on your life came from a higher source. If they had recognized your full potential, they might have tried to control it. So heaven kept you concealed, allowing their disbelief to protect your destiny. You were never meant to be understood by everyone. You were meant to be revealed at the appointed time. And when the time comes, the same people who doubted you will witness your transformation. They will see what you carried all along, the light that couldn't be hidden forever. It won't be about revenge or proving them wrong. It will be about divine timing, proving God right. The very voices that questioned your ability will have to acknowledge that something extraordinary was always upon you. You were chosen long before you were recognized. The doubt of others was merely the echo of their own limited vision. But divine favor doesn't need human approval, it only needs your faith. As you stayed steadfast, heaven took note. Every silent prayer, every hidden tear, every unseen act of perseverance was building the foundation for the moment you would be revealed. So don't resent the ones who doubted you. Thank them. Their disbelief became the backdrop against which your destiny will shine brighter. The doubted are the chosen because their strength was forged in the fire of misunderstanding. And when the unveiling comes, it will be clear. What God hides for a season, He reveals for a reason. There is a law woven into the fabric of existence, a divine law that ensures balance, justice, and restoration. It is the unseen current that moves through every circumstance, every delay, every disappointment, guiding all things toward their rightful end. This is the law of reversal. What was meant to harm you will serve you. What seemed to block you will bless you. And those who question your worth will one day witness your rise. It is not human revenge. It is divine order. You do not have to fight back, defend yourself, or prove your value to anyone. The universe is already programmed to correct imbalance. Every word spoken against you, every attempt to diminish your light, every season where you were overlooked, all of it becomes material for your elevation when divine law begins to move. The same soil that buries you becomes the ground that grows you. The same opposition that resisted you becomes the stage that reveals you. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. When people questioned you, they did not understand that their doubt was part of your design. They thought they were defining your limits, but they were only setting the contrast for your breakthrough. Divine law always brings balance. If you have endured unjust criticism, you will experience undeniable vindication. If you were sown in pain, you will be harvested in power. There is no effort wasted, no injustice unnoticed. Heaven keeps perfect records. And at the right time, every imbalance is reversed. You may not see it happening, but the shift is already underway. Life is rearranging itself to honor what is true about you, not what was said about you. The spiritual law of reversal operates silently, without announcement, until suddenly everything changes. The ones who questioned your path will see doors open for you that no man could have unlocked. The ones who labeled you unworthy will watch you step into blessings that cannot be explained by logic. That is divine justice, not fueled by pride, but by purpose. And the beauty of divine order is that it doesn't require your struggle. You don't have to retaliate, argue, or explain yourself. You simply have to stay aligned with truth, to keep your heart clean, your focus steady, and your faith anchored. The law will do the rest. Every time you chose peace over proving a point, you were aligning with power. Every time you released resentment and trusted timing, you were activating the reversal. So, when life seems unfair, remember, the unseen is working. Divine order never forgets. The story is still unfolding, and when the final scene appears, it will make sense why certain things had to fall apart first. Those who once stood above you will look up in awe as you rise. not through force, but through grace. The reversal will not be quiet, it will be a public demonstration of divine justice, because what comes from God cannot be denied, delayed, or destroyed. It can only be revealed right on time. Everything that manifests in your life begins first as an image within the mind. Imagination is not a daydream, it is the creative womb of reality. Every vision you hold with faith, every scene you feel as already accomplished, sends out a silent command to the unseen realm. What you vividly imagine and emotionally accept as true becomes the blueprint the divine uses to construct your outer world. God does not respond to effort, stress, or striving. He responds to belief. He moves through your inner acceptance, not your outer struggle. When you close your eyes and see yourself favored, blessed, and fulfilled, not as a wish but as a fact, you are creating the spiritual pattern for your future. The universe mirrors what you believe about yourself. If you imagine lack, you confirm it. If you imagine abundance, you summon it. You are always imagining something, consciously or unconsciously. The secret is to make your imagination serve you instead of enslaving you. Imagination is not fantasy, it is prophecy. The images you hold long enough and feel deeply enough must express themselves in form. When you emotionally inhabit the scene of your answered prayer, you shift your vibration into alignment with its fulfillment. You begin to think, speak, and act from that state of being, and because everything in creation responds to state, circumstances start rearranging themselves to match the inner image you've accepted. So many people pray for favor while still imagining failure. They ask for blessings while still picturing lack. They hope for open doors while secretly fearing rejection. That inner contradiction cancels the command. Divine favor cannot flow through a mind divided against itself. But when your inner vision and your emotional acceptance unite, creation begins to move. The feeling of already having it is the secret language of faith. It tells heaven, this is done. You don't need to see proof before believing, you need to believe before proof appears. The outer world always lags behind the inner vision. When you persist in seeing yourself as favored, regardless of present evidence, the unseen starts to obey your conviction. People, opportunities, and circumstances begin to show up seemingly out of nowhere, but they were never random. They were the inevitable expression of the image you held faithfully. Imagination gives you access to the realm where all things are possible. It lifts you out of limitation and into divine flow. Every time you see yourself as victorious, healed, or abundant, you are not escaping reality, you are shaping it. The world around you is pliable, responsive, and obedient to your inner picture. So stop fighting externally for what you can create internally. Favor doesn't come by force, it comes by faith. Imagine it, feel it, accept it, and it must appear. Because the moment you believe you already have it, you've activated the creative power of God within you. The outer world can only echo the image that first lived in your heart. Faith is not loud. It does not need to shout, prove, or demand. It is the quiet knowing that what has been promised already exists in the unseen, waiting for its appointed hour to appear. When you no longer feel the need to argue for your worth, when you stop trying to convince the world or even yourself that you are deserving, you have entered the realm of faith. Faith is rest, not inactivity, but inner stillness. It is the confident surrender that comes from knowing that divine order is already unfolding perfectly on your behalf. You see, doubt argues, fear defends, but faith simply rests. It does not chase, it attracts. It does not plead, it proclaims through silence. True faith is the invisible announcement that creation has already been completed. When you live in the feeling of fulfillment, when your heart has already accepted the reality of the answered prayer, you become a living declaration of divine certainty. Even without words, your energy speaks. Heaven hears it. The universe aligns with it. People sense it. Circumstances adjust to it. Faith is not about effort, it's about embodiment. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. When you inwardly become the person who already possesses the thing you desire, life must mirror that identity. It has no choice. The outer world is compelled to rearrange itself to reflect your inner conviction. That's why the moment you stop fighting for the blessing begins to move toward you. Faith announces it is finished, and the unseen responds, let it be done. Many people keep praying for signs when they themselves are the sign. The peace you feel after releasing the struggle is the evidence that the process has begun. The moment you stop checking, doubting, or worrying, you have already crossed the line from hoping to knowing. And knowing is the frequency that commands manifestation. You don't have to advertise your faith with words. Your calm confidence becomes your broadcast. People may not understand it. They'll wonder why you're so still when things appear uncertain, why you smile when nothing visible has changed. But faith doesn't rely on appearances. It rests on assurance. You've seen it inwardly, so you don't need to see it outwardly yet. You already have it in consciousness, so it must appear in form. This is why faith always attracts divine evidence. The law of life is simple. Whatever you accept inwardly must express itself outwardly. If you accept lack, you experience lack. If you accept completion, you experience fulfillment. Faith silently tells the universe, I already am. It replaces pleading with peace, doubt with gratitude, and effort with expectancy. So stop explaining your belief, stop defending your destiny. Your stillness is louder than your words. When you rest in the vision as already done, you become a magnet for everything that belongs to that vibration. Faith is not noise, it's quiet power. And the moment you rest in that quiet knowing, divine evidence will rush in to meet you, confirming what your heart already knew. It was yours all along. There comes a moment in every divine journey when what was hidden must be revealed. The waiting, the wondering, the quiet endurance, all of it leads to a point of undeniable manifestation. You have walked through seasons where favor seemed invisible, where faith was your only evidence, and silence was your only companion. But that was never the end. It was the setup. God has been preparing something so extraordinary that when it finally unfolds, no one will be able to explain it away. The reveal will not be subtle. It will be clear, radiant, and unmistakably divine. For a long time, your growth was underground. You were developing roots in secret, and to others it looked like nothing was happening. But heaven does its greatest work in hidden places. The seed cannot sprout until it's ready, and once it breaks through the soil, it does so with undeniable strength. In the same way, your next season will not require validation. The results will speak for themselves. The same people who questioned your faith, who spoke against your dreams, who dismissed your potential, will have no choice but to witness the evidence of divine favor on your life. You won't have to announce it. You won't have to prove it. What's coming will be too visible to deny. God's favor will show up in ways that silence every critic and confound every skeptic. Where there was once limitation, there will be overflow. Where there was rejection, there will be recognition. Where there was delay, there will be acceleration. The tables will turn so dramatically that it will be clear something higher has intervened. But remember, this reveal is not about pride, it's about purpose. God elevates not to boast, but to demonstrate. Your story will become evidence that faith works, that patience is never wasted, and that divine timing is always right. The very people who counted you out will have to say, only God could have done this. And that's exactly the point. This next move will glorify the source, not the struggle. What once felt like endless waiting will suddenly make sense. Every season of being hidden was necessary to protect what was being developed within you. If favor had come too soon, it might have been misunderstood or mishandled. But now you're ready. You've been humbled, strengthened, and refined. You no longer seek validation, you carry vision. And because of that, the manifestation will be undeniable. Get ready to stand in rooms that once seemed beyond reach. Get ready to see doors swing open effortlessly. Get ready for your name to be mentioned in places where you've never set foot. When divine favor moves, it doesn't whisper, it declares. This is the season where God's work in your life becomes visible to everyone. Even those who doubted you will have to acknowledge it. Something greater is guiding you. Something unseen has always been with you. And now the world will see what heaven has known all along. Everything you've walked through, the doubt, the waiting, the hidden years, was never wasted. Every moment was preparing you for this unveiling of divine favor. You've moved from striving to knowing, from hoping to believing, from asking to receiving. Now the season has come where what you held in faith will become visible to all. The favor that once worked silently within will now speak loudly through your life. This is not just your elevation, it's heaven's confirmation. The same God who carried you through the valley is now about to crown you on the mountain. The same people who questioned your calling will soon witness your blessing. You don't have to force anything, prove anything, or explain anything. Just keep standing in peace, walking in gratitude, and resting in faith. The law of divine favor cannot be denied. Your story will become living proof that belief transforms reality, that hidden seasons lead to holy revelation, and that those who trust divine timing never miss their moment. So lift your head high. You're stepping into the chapter that others will call inevitable, but heaven calls inevitable. The reveal will be undeniable, and your life will echo with one truth: God's favor has spoken. Thank you.